Sets the stage.
Clickety clack. And 3. For
action. And for
shall we head to my favorite planet in the galaxy? The planet of good vibes. 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 It's time!
All right.
I love humanity. I think it's great.
It's all good, man. I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
The Hamm Planet Podcast.
We are blasting off into the galaxy of good vibes in approximately 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Top of the morning, folks. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Hamm Planet Podcast. I'm your host, Peter Hamm. If you're new to the show, love to see it. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you here. Gonna be a good time. We are a show about 3 things, simple as that. Good vibes, great people, glorious stories. And ladies and gents, the stories will be present on this mighty fine evening. I'll tell you that. Ladies and gents, it's an honor to have a great friend in the house tonight. He is a fellow COVID survivor. He is a proud A&M alumni, a great man. Eli, let's give it up.
in Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, love the Jesus touch.
Oh yeah,
Just it's a refreshing feeling, brother.
People forget that.
Brother Eli, how you feeling, my man? How you feeling?
I can't think of a time when I've ever felt better.
Wow, brother. Well, that's quite a compliment. I'm happy to hear that, and that means good energy is probably
It's everywhere.
Everywhere, no doubt about it.
If you look close, you can see it, I think.
You know what? I think so. Well, that kind of kicks us off to a interesting discussion we had earlier when we were talking about what is Bluetooth and how is this communicating to that, and how is Wi-Fi, shooting through the room, and 5G, all these things.
I think it
How many
speaks
people
a
out there
language.
understand that? What do you think, brother?
I think it just speaks a language that we don't understand in here. I think they're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
And we just can't, It's kind of like frequencies that dogs can hear that we can't. They're just whispering to each other.
Is it sound waves?
I think it's like telephone. And they're like, Eli sent an email that says this, and then they all just talk to each other all the way to wherever.
Damn, I'm trying to think what you're I'm trying to pick up what you're putting down there, brother. But
what I'm saying is
does that make sense though?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, that's what
I have no idea how that stuff works, but I would actually love to know.
I don't either.
I do think about it. How does Wi-Fi work? Bluetooth. What's going on?
If anyone knows, please let us know. Eli, it is great to have you, bro. You have been a great friend. We've got closer these past few years, but hyped to have you here. Hell of a shot on the shotgun, which we've had many clays taken out of the sky simultaneously.
That was a lot of fun, and that also was particularly fun for you because it was your birthday, and me because I actually did shoot well that day for me. I'm actually typically not a great shotgun shot, and in fact,
showed up that day.
I did show up that day. I would give it to myself, especially the ones that were high up. I was on the money on those. Something about those I liked, but
such a fun thing.
We had just gone shooting in Polson, Montana. It was not long before that.
Oh, one of the best places in the country.
Dude. I had actually never done sort of like a, like a course like that.
Right.
It's always just been throwing for the buddies.
For hunting.
Exactly. So, and I shot, so it was me, HG, and Jake, and I shot absolutely terrible that day. So it felt good to get out there and redeem myself. I wish that Jake had been present for that, which I know he planned on.
Oh, he planned on it, but he didn't arrive, which you hate to see it, brother.
It's kind of the most important part.
Yeah, we missed you there, brother Jake.
We did miss you there,
brother Jake. We
brother
hope to see you
Jake.
at Ferda weekend,
Every weekend is a Ferda weekend. We'll see.
Really? It really is? Every weekend's a Ferda. Well, we try to make it, We
do a good job.
I feel like the Ferdiness lies in the roots.
It is.
Brother, speaking of roots, Eli, I always like to wind back the good old clocks to really tap people in to your story and who you are and where you came from. And brother, where did Mr. Eli begin his journey on Earth? And when
right here,
when
actually, in a glorious year of 1995, February 1st, 1995. So
February 1st. Write that down, everyone. Yep. February 1st.
I expect a lot of gifts. Right here in the humble Arlington, Texas, actually, right up the road.
A great town.
Great town. Underrated. Starting to get, with the help of some very rich people in the DFW Metroplex, namely Jerry Jones.
Yeah, Jerry's changed Arlington for sure.
And whoever owns the Texas Rangers, I couldn't even tell you. But
I think it's a collation of people. I don't know if that's the right word.
No, I think it is. But Martin High School alumni. Shout out to the Arlington Martin Warriors.
Shout out Martin, brother.
Yep. Got to keep him on the map.
I like Martin, dude.
It's a great school.
It's honestly, I've never been inside, but I drive by it, and it looks like, they're doing good. And I know a lot of great people from there, more importantly.
It probably looks... Well, I won't say that. I'm not going to dog on it.
What? It looks greasy?
Probably looks better on the outside than it does on the inside. Although, I'll give yet another shout-out to Miles Garrett, Martin Warrior, and Texas A&M Aggie.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
I didn't know. I forgot that. I didn't.
Yeah, Martin Warrior.
Wow.
I don't
That's
know
insane.
if this is correlated or not. I can only speculate, but
who cares? It's
right
for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly. Right around the time that he, I don't remember if he was still in college or he had already gotten drafted, but Martin, I'm sure that he helped with this. In fact, it might be common knowledge, but they built a badass new state-of-the-art workout facility, completely separate building, 2 stories. I've never been in it.
Athletics house.
Yeah.
What was it called? Field house.
Yeah.
The old field house.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Which one thing that I'm going to put the pressure on Martin High School to do right here and now.
I hope they do it.
Is touch up the football field. I don't know if you know this. You probably only do if you go to Martin, but we don't play at least varsity football. And when I say we, I mean the school. I didn't play football in high school, but
you're still a Warrior.
Oh yeah,
that's a Warrior always were.
They don't play their football games on their. They go to Lamar to play their varsity football games.
Yeah, I know that's tough.
So come on, touch it up a little bit, and
let's go
play
get one
home.
right by the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a field. The bleachers, I assume, bleachers are small. Field's not in great shape, I assume. Just touch it up and let's play at home. We don't play at home. That seems kind of ridiculous. Exactly. And they're a good football school. So
I mean, if you got Miles Garrett coming out of there, don't really need to say much.
Right. Amen.
Guy's a unit. Is he doing okay?
Oh man,
he's just so united.
He is kind of the prototype unit. I remember in junior high, when we were in 8th grade, I was in 8th grade, so he was a year younger than me. And we were at basketball tryouts. It was 8th grade basketball tryouts, but Miles Garrett was in the gym. I don't know why, and he was
getting ready for the NFL.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he was dunking. I know actually no one on our 8th grade team could dunk, and Miles was definitely dunking. In 7th grade.
Dunking in 7th grade, Miles Garrett, Martin Warrior.
Just a beast.
Just a united up, man.
You know, it's actually funny, and Miles, when you listen to this, you know.
Miles, thanks for listening. Good to see you, bro.
But he actually, and I guess really if we're just being 100% honest, he still kind of looks this way, but he's just so lanky, you know?
I mean, he's big.
He's big.
I never saw him as lanky, bro.
Look at his limbs; they're long. But it just took him a long time to grow into that. And you know, obviously, he was a great football player in high school and basketball. He played basketball too, but yeah, he had to grow into that body and was frankly uncoordinated for a while.
It's not easy, honestly.
No,
I feel like when you're bigger, you are the more like kind of that.
Exactly. Your
agility, nimbleness,
a little bit,
stretchiness.
But let me tell you, he's grown into it now. I mean, good Lord, he's an animal.
Yeah, dude. Just
he almost killed him.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The old grab the helmet, just tried to whack off Mason Rudolph's head.
He sure
that was
did.
A mess, dude.
And from what I know about him, again, I don't know him well.
I think he's
very out of character
for
him.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one time. Didn't mean to happen thing, I think.
Really good guy from, you know, what I know.
Well, yeah. Shout out to him. Shout out to Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, so went to Martin after that. Carried on to good old A&M.
Texas A&M.
And which I'll throw this nugget in there. I guess that's where our connection started. Because you are great friends, brothers, with the good old cuz, H Money.
H Money.
Shout out H Money. Hope you're doing good, brother. We missed you.
I know he's doing well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's absolutely getting it.
Just throw a little grunt in there.
Shout out 100 gram. Brother Eli. So that's where I know you met him there. But, okay, so leaving Martin, going to A&M, how was that experience, brother? Good experience?
Great experience. I, first generation college graduate, although I share that honor with my brother. But
who's older?
No, he's younger. But
wait, he's younger?
But, you know, we are the same generation, so.
Oh, 1,000%. I guess. Oh, yeah, same generation.
Don't want to steal any thunder.
Right, you are the first, though.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
But
man, it was great. I actually, you know, I wasn't positive that I wanted to go to college. I paid for my own college, so for a lot of reasons.
Shout out to that.
Yep. But one of my very best friends, good buddies with Hunter, pledge brothers with us, Parker Giroux. I'm sure you've met him at some point.
Yep.
He is probably the sole reason that I actually went to Texas A&M. He was a big Aggie. Actually, he was a big Aggie and Baylor Bear. So the two schools that I was seriously considering going to were A&M and Baylor. So was Parker. And so he sort of sold me on going to college in general and then A&M. So I went there. It was great.
Why were you sold? Why did you pick A&M over Baylor?
Well, because Parker is quite the salesman. But over Baylor specifically?
Or no, I'll say what sold you first.
Well,
we can keep the rivalry.
Yeah. I'll say this. Again, I paid for my school, and A&M on the scale of, education to, Yeah, exactly.
Well, in
It's
your
very
opinion.
high up there. Well,
I'm just
I
kidding,
just
brother,
mean
brother.
relative to
Relative to the average mean of students' acceptance rate.
Well,
per
relative to the average cost of going
scenario.
there. Tuition there is the same as it is at any
Princeton.
other public any other public
That's
university.
not that bad, y'all. So really, I mean, it's up there with like TCU and shit.
It also is the best educational institution in America. But anyways,
I was or A&M is or Baylor. Well,
both. We'll say
fair
both.
enough. Both. Love the compromise.
But met HG fall my freshman year. Parker and I were.
What sold you on A&M when Parker showed you?
Well, A&M is a sort of, old school. I'm not
A lot of traditions. You got to see the traditions when
I'll
you
put
visited?
this on the record.
Yeah.
Many of A&M's traditions, I totally get it. Very historic school, etc. But I will be on the record as saying I'm not the biggest fan of some of them. One that I can't stand is that you can't boo at football games. And
What?
don't get me wrong. I'm all about
that's
being classy.
But that's a rule?
It's a rule.
That's like makes me want to do it more if I'm actually gonna boo. If that makes sense.
I couldn't agree with you more, and
don't tell me not to boo. If you suck, I'm fucking pissed.
Actually, Hunter and I, or more me, got Hunter and I kicked out of a game or two
for
booing. And the worst part about it, and I say this.
We're not hating.
I see the other side of this, but it's the students who actually kind of report you almost. And again, I get it. You want to be classy fans, but
students, y'all need to chill. Y'all are the ones. God knows that we told on them for what you're doing. you'd be. Whew.
But yeah, so also at the time that I went to A&M was 2013, so Johnny Manziel was there. He was just coming off
Johnny football.
Yep, his Heisman and us
having
should have made the playoffs.
How many years did you have with Johnny Manziel at the helm? His Heisman year?
No, the year after his Heisman, although he probably should have won it. He probably should have won it that year too.
Honestly, looking at the numbers, I mean, it's just guy knew what he was doing out there.
He knew what he was. He knew exactly.
Did you go to all those games?
I don't think I missed a home game that year.
Damn.
Yep.
I wouldn't either.
It was a great time,
dude. He was sensational. He was a nationwide phenomenon.
So A&M really caught lightning in a bottle because they were transitioning to the SEC.
Right.
They recruited him, but they got lucky with a 3-star. I don't know what he was, but Johnny Manziel
3-star out of
Manziel.
Kerrville.
I mean, it was perfect timing, completely set us on a different trajectory that, disclosure. I know we haven't lived up to anything, but relative to what we were.
It was a rough few years.
Yeah, specifically the last one. But also with Johnny, another thing that was just, couldn't have drawn it up any better was you had him very, a risk taker, just chunked it up there a lot of times. Yeah. And he had none other than Mike Evans to just bail him out all the time. I can't tell you how many of his highlights maybe wouldn't have been if Mike Evans wasn't just down there to, just moss people.
Him and Mike Evans were an insane combination.
Insane.
And Mike Evans like what? 6'8"?
He's tall. He's a big boy.
Dude, and he's just loves fighting.
He does, man. He really does love fighting. He gets in a lot of little...
Fighting him when he fights that Saints guy. That's such a funny video.
There's a couple.
Oh, yeah. He's gone. He'll just throwing hands.
He does love to throw some hands.
So you got to see Mike Evans live in person at A&M, also Johnny Football.
Oh, yeah. Great time.
Hell yeah. Okay, so freshman year, went to A&M, picked it over Baylor. I respect it, brother.
No hard feelings. Baylor's a private school.
Right. Yep. 1,000%, brother. I mean, everyone has their own journey for their own.
I love Baylor.
Exact. Shout. Yeah. Oh, Hondo OP. Brother, so we came freshman year, when along the road did you meet good old H Money?
So freshman year, it was Hunter's sophomore year. We were rushing, and
so this is 2014,
2013. Yep,
2013.
And met him at a rush party. Parker and I did, and just immediately was like, cool ass dude. So
we're boys.
And then we were boys all through that first semester pledgeship, and then when it came time to start thinking about living situation for the next year, Hunter was like, come live next door. Garrett and Josh were still there for one of the years.
The old bats.
Yep. And a couple of the other roommates that
I remember I came there.
Oh yeah. And some of the other roommates,
the dip bar and for doing tricep dips.
Oh man, dude. I mean, that was the grind central station. I mean,
that was such a grind.
It really was, man. It really worked out really well because Hunter's house, especially when Josh and them were there. So, I mean, the setup, but I'll sort of describe it.
Right. It was nice. Yeah.
So you had Hunter and Josh and Garrett's house was here. And then next door to it on the corner was our house. So we shared a back fence right here.
Mm-hmm. This is a large piece of land.
Large piece of land. 2-5. They were the exact same house, copy paste. And I'll get to a funny story in a second.
Please, I need the funny story, brother.
But so their house, they had a couple grad students in there. It was the perfect, yin and yang. They were the, chill house, study, whatever. Our house next door was where we went to tear it up. We tore our house up.
Y'all are hardworking guys. You had a good time.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Not causing no trouble.
So Garrett and Josh were in grad school. So they were only going to be there for, one more year. That was the year that was our first year living there. And me.
Good old grad school.
Our boy, Johnny Walker, J-Dub.
Yep.
Another shout out.
Shout out, Johnny. Hope you're doing good, bro.
So he drove a truck that had a winch on the front. And so our first day that we got the keys to this house, Johnny, it's over the summer, of course. And so Johnny and I go, and naturally, the first thing that we do is we hook that winch up to the fence that split up our yards, and we ripped it down with the winch, which we thought was just an absolutely great idea.
I respect it.
Garrett did not like that.
What did Garrett say?
He was just like,
what did he do? Just walk me through his reaction.
His reaction was probably verbatim, "What the fuck?" And
y'all broke down a fence, two fences to merge backyards.
Exactly, and it turned out it stayed that way for 3 years until we moved out, and it was great.
That's
I mean, we
great.
had dogs and everything. Everyone loved it except for the two guys, Josh and Garrett, who were moving out that year, and their concern was a reasonable one, which was the deposit. And I was like, we'll take care of this fence when the time comes.
The old college deposits.
You always think you're going to have more money later in college, and it never comes. So when we had to move out, that was a bitch to have to pay to get that fence repaired. But
y'all they stuck it to you.
We just didn't mess around with it because we had already gotten in a lot of trouble.
It's fine. It's a fence. It's wood.
Yeah, I mean.
So y'all ran it over, and Garrett came out, and what did Garrett say?
He wasn't there
during the destruction.
He wasn't there during the destruction. It was over the summer, so he wasn't even, he wasn't back. He must have came in town, like you do at some point between that and when the semester started. And
how did
what? We may have sent a photo in a group text or something. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. But you diffuse the situation quickly by just saying, "Hey, we'll take care of it." Yeah.
Okay, so wait, how did you knock it over again? You put a what on it?
So Johnny's truck had a winch on the front,
which is
just a big motorized, tugger, basically. I mean, think of just a big cable with a hook on the end.
Okay, were you attached shit to it?
We just wrapped that cable around the fence post.
Oh shit!
That'll do. Turned the winch on and
that'll
yanked her out. Yeah, just yanked her right
That's
out.
some redneck shit.
It kind of was.
I like it though. I mean, that's good utility.
It really is.
Honestly, love that. Okay, so y'all lived together for sophomore, junior, and senior?
Yeah, so I lived there for 3 years. So my sophomore, junior, and senior year. Hunter lived there in his house next door for 2 of those 3 years until he was in grad school, and then ditched us. He went to live with other grad school students, which was
fair
reasonable.
enough. Gotta study. I guess I didn't. I mean, I did.
No,
school was
grudges.
hard for me. I don't know.
You and me both. But yeah, so we were there for 3 years, 3 glorious, solid years.
Glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, love that, brother. So, what do we study again?
Industrial distribution, hybrid engineering, and business degree.
Industrial resolution.
Close distribution. It's an A&M specific degree.
Oh, okay. Industrial distribution.
Yes, sir.
Bro, doesn't A&M, y'all have a lot of like agriculture, engineer, scientist,
yep,
weather research expert analyst major.
Yeah,
I mean, that's probably actually a major one that's in a lot of schools, but y'all got a lot of Texas shit.
We do,
which
yeah.
I love. I honestly respect the fuck out of that.
They definitely like to do things their own way, A&M does.
Right.
But I loved the degree that I did. I started in civil engineering, and I just quickly realized that I don't want to spend that much time in the library. So fortunately for me, A&M had a degree where I wanted to do some sort of engineering. Fortunately for me, A&M had a degree where, I could do half the engineering, the easy part of the engineering curriculum, and then the other half was business. Yeah.
What do you feel like you've utilized more in the real afterlife after A&M? The engineering or the business?
So this is probably very, so I use the engineering part in my job a lot. It's actually
no offense taken.
Yeah. Well, no, I just mean, it's probably very subjective, but,
well, no, I mean, I'm curious. So you use the engineering part. In what way do you use it, brother? I don't know engineering. I mean, I think it's a great major.
So in my job, I'm out looking at basically being a consultant for manufacturers, and so I have to think about how will this part of the building take this type of load, and by no means am I having to put pen to paper, but I have to kind of conceptualize.
What do you mean? What type of load?
So we build cars basically. So we custom
yes.
design all the equipment that goes in automotive assembly plants. So think of
love that.
Yeah, think of
it. Very essential. I know cars. I mean, I slanged them for a while.
Yeah. So we build those for the is the easiest way to say it. So think of when a car is being assembled down an assembly line. There's there's equipment that puts the doors on, puts the hood on, puts the windshield in.
Oh, are y'all doing
puts
robots?
The engine in, yeah. Some robots. Yeah. Man.
Is that right?
Those are
kind of how it
great
sounds?
Sound effects.
Man, I feel like I've seen those Tesla commercials or Tesla videos of the factory. They don't have any commercials. They have no marketing commercials, which people need to know that. They have zero. Isn't that crazy?
It is. I mean,
Tesla has zero commercials. Has never bought one.
Good for them. None of the real luxury brands really do. And I'm not necessarily saying Tesla is or isn't, but the real high-end cars don't either.
You don't see a Bentley commercial.
Right.
Don't see you don't see a lot of it.
Mm-mm.
You don't see a McLaren F1 commercial.
Nope. You might see the occasional like Mercedes on like the Super Bowl.
Oh,
or
sure.
on the Golf Channel. The Golf Channel, you'll see some Mercedes.
Oh, yeah, always on the Golf Channel.
Yep.
The Golf Channel, they like their Mercedes.
They sure do. Their Rolexes, etc.
Exactly. The commercials during golf tournaments are just like, all this shit's really nice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is nice shit. Like,
It's kind of humbling.
man, do you watch golf?
Yeah, I watch. I love having golf on in the background, and I will tune in and lock into majors.
Dude, hell yes. Dude, I'm the same exact. Literally, cut from the same cloth when it comes to watching golf.
I love that.
I think it's one of the best things to have on a TV if you're in the room and you're kind of taking it easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's nothing like just putting on the 1992 Masters where it is just an absolute beauty of a win by Mr. Freddie Couples.
One of my favorites.
He's a beautician, great golfer, great player. Guy knew what he was doing at Augusta, I'll tell you that. And had many great years.
Still having, he's still a good golfer.
I think he's still here and there in the senior tour. Golf is a very relaxing thing, brother. Eli, so you are, well, we just heard everything you did. That is pretty dope, brother.
I love it.
So the engineering has blossomed, has became of good use, which I think is a good thing because nowadays, like, I feel like there's a healthy majority of people who are saying, college, I don't do shit. I didn't do shit. I didn't learn shit. It was a waste of shit. But, I mean, I'm like, hey, it's pretty... I learned a lot, in many different ways, but...
I wish I remembered more.
Right.
It's always like one thing for me, at least, and I know a lot of other people. In college, a lot of the classes that you sort of slack off the most in are like the electives.
Sure. Yeah. Hondo P.
But at the same time, a lot of
Except
those
weightlifting.
electives were... I'm thinking of like the Microsoft Excel class.
Oh, yeah.
Or, random history classes and stuff like that.
Right.
That you just completely dicked off during. But
Hickory dickory dock.
now it's like, I would love it to
that would have been
that.
Great.
Yeah.
That would have been great if I could have given the history and contextual visualization behind this Van Gogh painting. But you know what? I just ate Panda Express, and I slept 3 hours last night, and this class is at 8 a.m. and
Exactly. That's why you signed up for it.
Right. So it's going to be tough to remember that. So it happens to all of us, brother. It really does.
The Excel one is the one that really kind of chaps my hide that I didn't, here I am on YouTube looking up the same shit that if I just would have, I learned it once.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say, speaking of that, we live in a world where it's like, everyone, if you need to know how to do something, you have that ability due to the abundance of information. But at the same time, it's what do you do? Or which of those things are you going to learn how to do and do it? I feel like that's a big thing.
You can literally learn
right
anything on YouTube, and if it's not on YouTube, it's somewhere on the World Wide Web.
If you need it, you can find it, but it wasn't like that back in Egyptian times. It wasn't like that back in Columbus. It wasn't like that back in Vietnam. It wasn't like that back in the 90s.
You had to go to a library.
Or the 2000s. It just started in the... You had to go to the library. You had to get an encyclopedia. You had to sit down with the book and, like, go through some... Must have been a different world, brother.
The dark
different
days.
age.
The dark days meaning everything wasn't right at your fingertips.
Right. I don't know if those are. I don't know if I'd say those.
No,
are bad,
that was bad. Bad verbiage there. Not the dark days. Probably, debatably. You know, I was just
the
asked,
good old days.
What era?
Yeah.
If you could have lived in any era, and
Any
you can
era.
define that however you want, which one?
Damn. I'm gonna go with the 80s. That was just when you had one thing I like. This is one of the reasons I say 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the main one. You had the ability to talk to each other on the phone. It was relatively efficient, but everything in the world was just so technologically advanced. Which, hey, by no means am I saying it's a bad thing, but it would have been pretty sick. There's a lot of living to do when we're away from technology, which I feel like people who are about that and use it as a tool and try to, at least. I mean, no one's gonna. I mean, it is what it is, but you know.
I think about it like, I mean, if you take it back couple centuries.
Yeah, what would your era be? Mine would be the 80s. What do you think, brother?
I would probably be somewhere in there as well. 70s, 80s, probably
70s,
80s. Yeah.
I feel like 80. I was thinking 70s too, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like some shit could go wrong pretty easily back then. Cars were blowing up all the time in the 70s, dude. You'd be just going down the highway in your Volkswagen and just.
Man, they call that a surprise, and that's not a good one.
That's not a good one, dude. That's what I mean. That was like not good. We don't want that. We don't want to be in that.
No, you definitely don't.
You really don't. It's just tough. So you're going? Are you going 80s? Is that where I'm here.
I'll go 80s.
Brother, love that. Okay, if you could travel to space or just cure. Here, let me say this. If you could be the first person to travel to Mars, or you can be A, the first person to travel to Mars, B, the person to find the cure to cancer, C, the person who builds a company as big as Amazon, or the other. Well, shit, no. A, B, or C.
I'm going to say B.
Curing cancer. I mean, that's hard to beat. That's like Jesus.
Yeah. What I would... what's
I
interesting about that question, though, is, you have multiple people who have built companies on the same scale of Amazon.
You do. Well, who would we say some of them are? I mean, Elon,
Bill Gates,
Elon, Mark, Billy Bill.
And there are some other in just the strict financial industry who are on the same order. There are also some overseas, fewer, but there are also some overseas who are on the same order. I don't know names. Yeah. Yes.
Well, Alibaba's stock not doing too hot.
Yeah, I stay away from all those, but
I only buy American companies.
Same.
We're not financial advisors. It's for
Correct.
entertainment purposes only. We're not doctors, financial advisors, or lawyers.
None of the above. But what's interesting about that question is you have all of those people,
right?
All of that money, as well as the aggregate of all the other money that goes into and I'm not saying all theirs does, but just all the money that goes into that research, and we haven't cured it. Now,
I mean, I think we're getting places. Are we? I think
I
know
we
about.
are. I don't know much of that
cancer.
stuff, but every so often you see big breakthrough, here and there, certain type of cancer.
Right.
But what I think is interesting about that is my answer is my answer because it helps a lot of people. But
the other,
do we actually I would love to know, are they sandbagging on cancer cures for a money bagging scheme? I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. There are almost none that I really believe in.
You're not saying this from a conspiracy angle.
But I would just like to know, like...
It is, I mean... Yeah, I mean...
It seems like money can solve just about anything, and I understand that's a very hard thing to cure.
Well, I mean, I see that, but I mean...
Yeah.
It's like, everything we got to kind of sort of think twice about. Now we have the ability to do that as people who are able to witness all aspects of the world as men. Not old men. Or for the young and spry. But, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's an evil thing.
But love to see it. Thoughts on going to Mars?
I would love to do that too.
It would be it'd be great, but I'm not seeing any major benefit. I'm not. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool just to go to space in general to see. I'd way rather die knowing I solved cancer than Mars.
Yes, yeah, 1,000%.
I feel like you can't get better than that. I'm not a very good flyer. Like, I don't even really like flying on airplanes that much. That's fair, brother. High in the sky.
Yeah. I do not know how I would do on a rocket.
Right.
But I could get through it, and it would be a really cool experience. If commercial space travel actually becomes available, I would do it.
I think it's getting... I mean, I hear it's getting there through the Wall Street Journal, but I'm not seeing anything. I mean, there was kind of a boom of space stuff during, I'd say, 2020, 2021, during the COVID stuff, because it was like, let's get some rockets in the air during...
People had too much time on their hands.
We're trapped in our houses. Let's just shoot this shit off. That was what was happening, which... safety first, but pretty cool.
Safety first, then teamwork.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Mm-hmm. So, Brother Eli, we had a great time during our time at good old Texas A&M, the fighting Texas Aggies.
Mm-hmm.
Gig 'em.
Gig 'em Ags.
Gig 'em. I love that y'all have the thumb. It kind of makes me...
I do too.
I'm a big thumbs upper. I thumb up in pictures all the time. Some people are like, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm doing a thumbs up. Okay.
It's kind of a... I love when...
A lot of utility behind it.
People do that, and I always love giving a little nod. Like, you don't even realize that you're
repping my school
right now.
You're repping my school.
And it's a tough choice, to be... Do I never give this gesture again, or am I okay with occasionally repping...
Right.
The Ags.
Right. I always think about that also in that angle, how y'all get that benefit.
Okay, we do.
Which is great. So, brother, y'all were gigging them hard.
Mm-hmm.
Got through. And, brother, what was our next chapter of life like?
Next chapter was living at home for a while, which was a fantastic experience out in good old Azle, Texas. My parents moved
Family
strong. I loved getting to live back at home for a while.
1,000%. I think people always need to embrace time with their keen.
Me too. And especially because
right.
While A&M is only a few hours away, I didn't come home very often during college.
I understand that, yeah.
I was working over the summers and stuff, and I'm very close with my family. We have that in common. And
absolutely.
So it was really nice to get back. For a while, I even considered moving away after college to Denver. I did an internship in Denver, loved it. Considered moving away, but
love Denver.
When I moved back, I was just like, it was kind of a refresher. Like, I want to be around my family.
It's hard to beat Texas, too.
It really is, man.
We have so much, there's just a lot of good things. Might not be the best, like, in every category, but we're damn near the top.
There's a lot that I would say.
There's a lot that we are the best.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. We might not have the best ocean views, but we got those. Yes, we do.
We do have them.
Mm.
Galveston's a good place.
Yeah. Yeah, people give it a bad rap. It's not bad.
It's fun.
I think they got the oil out of they're still pumping it.
Did you hear about the seaweed that is headed for?
Seaweed.
So,
seaweed headed? Wait, what?
Apparently there is.
No.
I just heard this yesterday, so fact check me. But apparently there
This
is
is
a
awesome.
massive, basically mass of seaweed that has been collecting, and it's headed for the coast of Florida. Going to hit at some point, but I don't want to. What I heard is it's like the size of the United States. I don't. Again, fact check me on that. I kind of find that a little bit hard to believe, but massive. That's just been collecting in some weird current where it's just been stagnant, built up into this huge, basically like mini country, and it's headed for the coast of Florida.
This is insane. Hold on, we're gonna
we need to
talk to our
fact
friend. We're gonna doing a little fact check because that's scary. If you're in Florida,
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just going to be a hell of a cleanup.
If you're in Florida, steer clear of this thing because it might be. Dude, that sounds crazy. It's the size of America.
That's what I was told.
I mean, the sea is so vast.
Right.
It is so deep and like dense of water that shit could definitely happen, no doubt. Let's see. Let's get some science. Seaweed approaching Florida? Is that what I should
think that's a good start.
Seaweed approaching Florida. Top search.
Wow, that's a good start.
Holy shit.
How?
First top stories. A seaweed blob twice the width of the United States is headed towards Florida. Here's what you should know. A 5,000-mile wide blob of seaweed is headed for Florida, threatening tourism. Is the next one.
That's a lot of seaweed.
That is holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna read this.
I'm curious.
Here we go, ladies and gents. I know you're curious. We're curious. Let's see what we got here. A giant blob of seaweed twice the width of the continental United States is headed for the shores of Florida and other coastline throughout the Gulf of Mexico, threatening to dump smelly and possibly harmful piles across beaches and dampening tourism season. Shucks. Sargassum, the specific variety of seaweed, has long formed large blooms in the Atlantic Ocean, and scientists have been tracking these massive accumulations since 2011. But this year's bloom could be the largest ever in history. Got a pop-up. Not signing up. Get out of my way. Collectively spanning more than 5,000 miles from the shores of Africa to the Gulf of Mexico. This year's sargassum blossom, doubled in size between December and January, said Dr. Lapointe of Florida Atlantic Research Harbor Branch or Oceanic Institute. The mass was larger in January than it's ever been in human history, and this is a new region of sargassum that began growing in 2011. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Sargassum is coming.
Stay away from.
Damn, dude. Honestly, hey, good thing we're in Texas.
Amen.
But to our Florida family, they're still the United States, our country. We love our country.
We do.
Be safe out there, for
Be
sure.
safe.
Hondo P, stay out of the weed, as Stephen A. Smith likes to call it.
What a weasel.
What a Heasel. Heasel McSqueezle. Oh, brother. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with a little Would You Rather. 10-4?
10-4.
All right, ladies and gents, we'll see you in a hop, skip, and a jump. Stay tuned. Brother, always do a little intermission.
Love it. Gotta get a little break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the good old Hamm Planet Podcast. We're happy to see you on this fantastic, mighty fine Texas evening. Yep. We referenced that at the beginning, and we're referencing it again because God bless Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great state. We hope you're having a great night. Brother Eli, how you doing?
Man, I said I've never felt better at the beginning of the podcast. I
Wow.
feel even better now.
Breaking the records here.
Over and over.
Brother, we were just talking about you're going to Italy.
Yes, the girlfriend and I are going to Italy at the end of April to May.
Brother, that's going to be incredible. Insanely incredible is what I was going to say.
I cannot wait. She is even maybe more excited if it's possible.
Is she doing like a research report?
Oh, man, she's so
She's
good at
dialed
that.
in.
She's dialed in. I can't keep up.
I love it.
I
mean, I can't blame her. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I trust her judgment. She's way better at that than I am.
Right. And, it's good when your lady finds amazing things that probably you never even
Right.
would have even seen or experienced, or you could say anything, felt. The list goes on and on.
If I have to scroll too
Right.
far down Google, I'm lost.
Lost.
She'll
In the ocean.
she's cross-referencing Pinterest,
To an encyclopedia.
blogs, everything.
Love that. Well, shout out to the lady, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's a great lady. Both of our first time going
Yeah.
to Italy.
Oh, love that.
Yep.
Well, I have had the privilege of being able to go.
Really?
It was,
I didn't know this.
brother. Yes, I've actually. Well, let's see. I've been to Rome. I've been to. What is it? Milan. Yeah. Is that in Italy? It's up around there.
What were your thoughts on Rome?
Man, it was so I went as a young man. I think I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, not even 12. I was like 11. I think 11. Yeah.
A young lad.
A young laddie. But man, what I remember about Rome. Damn, we're stuttering. Let's say that one more time. What I remember about Rome, because it was honestly a profound experience,
Mm-hmm.
was the Vatican, which I don't know if that's a part of Rome, but it's one thing that I remember fascinating me most about it is that it is a country within the city of Rome, or it's near it,
Didn't know that.
or I think it's near it. I hope I'm referencing the right place, but
I trust
the
you.
Vatican, yes, it's there, bro. It's where the Pope lives. It's like I remember being like, wow, this is its own country. That's crazy. This is super nice.
Was
And it's
Rome,
like one block.
Wow. Was it
Yeah.
was it super touristy? Rome, especially.
Rome itself, no, man. It was like man, a lot of places you went, you felt like, damn, this was happening 2,000 years ago. Shit, like, and it's peaceful, and it's like, it's a great experience, brother. It's a place where you see things and felt things you can't feel here. Mm-hmm. Not hating on America, but they just. Oh yeah. So there was an empire there 2,000 years ago, and they were getting after it, dude.
They were getting after it big time.
The Coliseum's sick.
I really want to go. In fact, when we first started talking about this trip, like,
you got to go.
I really wanted to go. We're going more to the south part, but
if you can, brother, try and go to the Sistine Chapel.
Okay.
In Pompeii. So
yeah, we will be going to Pompeii. I'll go.
It's honestly, I remember going there too, and it was incredible to see like the technology they had back then. They had like full-blown plumbing systems.
Wow.
Some even better than some of the ones we got now.
Wow.
Well, maybe they'll stretch, but they had shit going on, and it's great. And you like see people like, it's
really impressive.
That messed me up, dude. Like seeing the people like that when I was a kid, I was like, wait, is it?
Yeah. It's like they're frozen in time.
Now it's a monument. Yeah.
Yeah.
They really are. They really are.
Lots of history.
Tons of history, brother. Tons of history.
Yep.
Well, that will be a amazing adventure for y'all too.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Brother, love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if you were a gladiator and a lion came up in the ring, you think you could take it out?
What weapons do I
Hammer
have?
her, whatever it is. You've got your armor,
mm-hmm.
a chest plate primarily. You got one shoulder cap on. One's dusted due to the last victim.
Yep.
What else are you wearing? All right, so you got one shin guard still on, one off, and the one off you just got a bare foot. Just a leg, your whole leg's basically out. You got some underwear on, Roman underwear that matches the armor.
That's good.
But dirty. Due to being
also
in the ring.
From the last line.
Right? I mean, as it probably should be.
Is the lion chained like in...
you got no helmet. You got zero helmet.
No helmet.
No helmet, brother.
Full-grown lion.
And let me talk about your weaponry. You have a sword, straight sword, about a lot like a long sword,
okay,
but not too long.
Still agile.
That makes sense. I'm trying to think, like a unique gladiator style thing they would have thrown in there.
Oh no, I got you.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, not like the long sword in RuneScape, but a little shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you picking up?
I'm picking it up. Yeah.
Oh, love to see it. Okay, what do you think? Lion. You got it, brother?
Out of 10 times.
Out of 10, okay.
Out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Probably 9 of the 10. Yeah. It might get me once.
Man, you know what? I love it, and I feel the same.
Think the same.
I feel like if you can't feel that way, then you are fooked, me laddie.
Yeah.
If you ain't confident going at this cat or at this massive,
beast,
it's crazy. It's a cat. Like, speaking of cat, there's one that sleeps on our roof, I see it every night.
Furry.
Dude, it's a cute little bastard, man. And I'm like, hey. And it's just like, it's so agile. Just, how did you get up there? Why are you on my roof? But he lives there. And I'm not running up on the roof and hitting him.
No. You can't.
Right. It is crazy. I know we went from lion to cat on the roof, but cat on the roof is a reflection in a sense of what that lion could be. And the thing is, lions, Rocky is of the dog species. Yeah, we're pointing to Rocky here. But yeah, I mean, like him big makes me think of a bear.
Yeah.
Like he's like the size of a cub bear.
Well, but you told me earlier that he fished a fish out of the creek. So you know
he did.
You go.
It was impressive.
That is impressive.
He went into the river, and this is when there was ice. There was, we had one of the Texas tundras again, and this was a few months ago, dude. He goes into the river, grabs a fish. Or, let me say this. The river was still, like, flowing. This fish had some life to him.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a weasel. And Rocky, next thing you know, puts his beak in the water and comes out, shaking left and right as aggressively as he can, and fish is gone. I saw the fish for a second, and then the fish was not there.
I wonder how proud he was.
He was definitely proud. Like, I feel like as a dog, if you get something, like if you get it, they want the tennis ball, they want the treat, they want to get that squirrel, that cat, they want it, that other dog, they want to go. They just want to get it. And then when you get it, it's like, gotta be a good feeling.
I always think about with dogs,
right?
As two men who probably consume a lot of food.
Yes, large.
Can you imagine if someone dictated to you when you got to eat?
It'd be, wow, yeah. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy.
I know that's what they do is just sit, and that's exactly what I would do too. Just sit around all day thinking, I want more food.
I mean, and some people might argue, they'd be like, well, I wouldn't think that. I would be outside looking at the trees. I would be just frolicking, and I would just be doing all this other shit. No. If you have a manimal brain, that is of the dog. They can't speak English. They don't know how to do a Google Doc. They get this food that's just made of everything they love with the chemicals sprayed on it that they just are fiending for inside of their dog brains that release small amounts of dopamine and serotonin compared to ours. And yeah, they get a mouthful of that every day just for being cute. Yeah, they want food. If you give too much to them, they get fat, like Rocky. But Rocky's cute and fat, and he's still an athlete, ripping fish from their lives. Rest in peace, fish. Win for Rocky.
I was so real quick back to the cats.
Yeah, how did we get there? Gladiator and lion.
So I remember watching, as you do in like elementary school, after school, you're just watching whatever's on TV, and there was like this deadliest animals kind of show that was on, and it was talking about basically the hunting rate of different types of cats. And according to this show, the house cat is the most efficient hunter of the cat family per attempt.
Per attempt?
Kind of makes some sense.
Yeah, I feel like absolutely, dude. The house cat, or what's it called, the feline, the feline's the entire category, I believe. There's some sort of class on this, I remember, but felines, cats, dude. The small ones can do the craziest shit. The big ones are just so big, but they can still do crazy shit.
Well, they got harder prey probably too. Also,
that's a whole nother factor.
I was out at my girlfriend's family's ranch the weekend before last, and we were playing a little game on like the phones, like a would you rather type of game.
Oh, hell of a game.
One of the questions on there
Yeah.
was, would you rather be able to talk to or understand birds or dogs? And
Birds or dogs?
my answer to that was birds for a lot of reasons. One of them, though, is that dogs, just what we were just talking about. If dogs could talk, all they would say is
food. Give me food,
attention,
you piece of shit.
Attention.
Lick me. Lick me. I need it. Oh, what is that? Come here. Oh, you can't hear me. Food. Oh, what's that?
That is exactly what they would say.
Who's there? I'm gonna get him. Food.
Yes.
Sleep. That is the life of a dog.
That is the life of a dog.
Right, Rocky? Yup. Damn, he's full just fucking starfish dog right now on the couch.
Man, that's funny.
He is large.
Large and in charge.
He really is. He's still an athlete. Mm-hmm. He's an unusual breed. Half wiener, half lab. So sorry for his mom.
Former bow tie salesman.
Casual scotch drinker. Mm-hmm. Good man. He had a good run in the bow tie business. Now he's drinking. Oh, brother.
Man.
Brother, would you rather
Hit me.
be able to see 10 minutes into the future or be able to time travel up to 100 years in the future? What would you do?
So the time travel into the future, I know any movie I've ever watched that involves that concept, it always you always get into that weird conundrum where it's like you can't do anything or you could potentially alter outcomes. Right. Is that risk eliminated? Can I just observe? Or can I alter? I guess maybe that's the better one.
Brother, I forgot to say, anything outside of the question is up for interpretation.
Okay. I would say...
Sorry, brother.
I would rather be able to see 10 minutes into the future.
You could, see what stock is about to explode during open.
Yeah, you could see...
That's what I think. You could definitely... You see a lot of shit.
You could see how... Oh, man, I'm thinking about this as we're talking about it, but... And you could see how people react to things before you say or ask. A lot of benefits in that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be... Wow.
You could see... you could take more risky... you could take more... You could jump off of... You could go paraglide, and
then you're starting to fall and you're like, 10 minutes.
Or you can just see, is this going to go well or is it not? But the more I'm talking through this, the more I think I would rather be able to time travel 100 years into the future. I changed my answer.
Yeah, it's definitely a thought-provoking question, I always feel like.
It is.
But the good thing about... So, I know a lot of would you rathers, brother, and have asked a lot. I would say, a lot of them are geared to, okay, you're this type of person or you're this type of person.
Let's go some more.
Yeah. All right, brother. What I always love to ask is, would you rather speak all languages of the world or speak to all animals of the world?
Languages.
How many languages do we have in the world?
A couple thousand.
Final answer? Couple, or is that 2,000?
I'm going to say around 10,000.
10,000. I'm actually curious as well. How many?
Around 10,000.
10,000. There is actually 6,500 according to worlddata.info.
Good site.
6,500. Oh, most spoken languages. English, number one. 1,132,000,000. 1.1 billion. Mandarin, 1.1. It's going to be interesting. Okay. This is not a would you rather, but do you think in the future, in 50 years in the future, are we going to all be speaking one language?
No.
500 years.
No.
5,000. Still going to be people speaking Portuguese, huh?
I don't think that the world will be around in 5,000 years. But if it was, maybe.
Damn, you think we're not going to go 5,000 more?
I don't think so, no.
Damn, brother, that's kind of a tough take. That's a hard pill to swallow.
That's probably hot.
5,000? You don't think we're making
maybe 5,000?
I don't
know.
50,000, I think.
You think?
No, I think honestly a lot more than both.
You think a lot more than both?
Yeah, I think the Earth. Are we talking Earth or you're right. We're talking human civilization. Yeah, I would say forever and beyond, honestly, is what I like to believe. But I would say like 5 million. If you look at like how long dinosaurs and other species were around.
Yeah, maybe that's short-sighted of me. What
5,000, dude. Dude, that's like right around the corner.
It really is. Yeah, you're
or no, it's not. No, it's not. Egyptians and shit were around. Was that 5? That'd be 5. Weren't they 3,000 BC? So that's saying
I'm
the people
not very good at those.
Okay, so we live in the year 2023. Yeah, Egyptians were around during 3,000 BC. So that'd be 5,000 years. That'd be like a bunch of Egyptian guys around and being like, dude, in 5,000 years, we're all fucked, man.
That's true. I mean, you were right about that.
King Tut ain't gonna mean shit. That's what they be saying.
What's your answer to that? Would you rather?
Which one?
All animals or all languages?
Man, I always I go back and forth, but I would say, as much as I'd love to have a cup of coffee with an elephant, or just go fucking shoot the shit with a hippo, or go fucking have a scotch with a hyena, or not a hyena, definitely not hang out with a hyena.
Those are some rascals.
Yeah, not hanging out with a hyena. I'd love to have a scotch with Rocky. That'd be great. And Doug. I'm going all languages because what a valuable thing. It's not as, if this was 20 years ago, that'd be insanely valuable.
Here's the barrier to both is you have to get to them to talk to them,
Right. But if you can speak all of their languages, I mean, I would definitely be more inclined to go to a lot of places if they were English. Or not if they were English, but like if I spoke, fucking Japanese.
That'd be sick.
I would like to go to Japan quite frequently, but I only speak 2 languages. American, Texan.
Amen.
That's all I know, brother.
Do you use y'all in like emails?
Yes.
Me too. Proudly.
I think it's a very genuine thing. If you don't use y'all, you're loosen up.
Yeah, loosen up.
Take it easy.
Do you put the apostrophe? You let autocorrect do its thing?
I apostrophe. Yeah. Isn't that the right way?
It is.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just do it the Texas way. I thought
that is the right way.
Yeah, I love using Texas verbiage in email. I use howdy.
Me too.
Howdy. Good afternoon. And then I'm like, oh, that's 2 hellos. Who cares?
We're getting technical.
Let's throw in another one. You know? Hoping this finds you all. All right, brother. Languages. All right. Let's think of another. Would you rather? Brother, would you rather only have the ability to drink beer for the rest of your life or wine and liquor? Not saying that you're a heavy drinker, but if you had to choose, what would you choose?
Beer.
I'll take me a beer. What we got in there? I'll take me a beer.
Yeah, dude. A beer is just, you know, I guess there's really a setting for all of it, you know?
But there's the most settings for
There's the most settings for a beer.
Oh, I'm mowing the lawn at 10 a.m.
Mowing the lawn was the
Give me a
first
course.
one on my mind.
I need a course. This lawn ain't getting this lawn ain't getting mowed unless I get me a course. One of them Colorado Kool-Aids. The mountains have got to be blue. Right once I get it, lawn's done.
Almost instantly. What are some other good... I mean, another great beer setting, obviously, is football. Watching any sport.
Football. Oh, yeah. Always get a little thicker during football season.
Yes.
Sunday, 50,000 beers. 50,000 pieces. Every time.
I wonder how many beers are drank every Sunday in the U.S. Another
That'd
great setting is for beer, really anywhere outside.
Right.
Mountain.
Outside.
Ranch.
Got out here.
Back porch.
Ooh, nothing like it.
There's a lot of fitting drinks for a back porch, but
yeah, a beer, and it's interesting because you think about it. When it boils down to it, they're both just liquids, but we're kind of conditioned to think like, you know, fucking dose. I'm on the beach, hanging out. Oh, Coors. Just good old God bless America. God bless the Rocky Mountains. And I am proudly conditioned like that because of nothing hits the spot like a brouhaha.
Amen, brother. A good draft cold beer is hard to beat.
Draft.
You bring up
so
a good
good
point too that, and I guess there's a different liquor for most situations, but there is a beer for every scenario. Beach, mountain, energy, backyard,
sleepy.
There's everything.
Yeah, it's the location thing too. I mean, it's big with liquor too, but a beer from Shannerbach, Texas is that's gotta love a good old Shiner.
Gotta love a good Shiner. Shiner Cheer is
Shiner Cheer, a hell of a beer.
Hell of one.
A hell of a beer. Every time Christmas is around, gotta buy it, and then I'll drink it until like March.
Same. Yeah, it's kind of a thick boy.
It's got something in it.
It's got something in there, and
it's got something.
A little love.
A little something. And whatever it is, I hope they keep putting it in there. A little something from Shannerbach, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Is always good with me. And brother, we are coming up to our 2 final Would You Rathers.
Let's do it.
Hopefully the best ones. Not hopefully, definitely the best ones. Brother Eli, are you ready, sir?
I think so.
Brother, would you rather be able to breathe underwater or be able to fly through the air?
Man, that's a tough one because I love the water. I love the ocean. Any
The ocean guy.
body of water,
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. Swimming pool, I'm
Put-
there.
Immediately. Put him in the pool.
But I still think fly.
Oh, wow. The old flipperooski.
The old flipperooski, I still think fly. I mean, wouldn't that be so?
I gotta say fly, too.
Yeah.
I mean, flying is great. Flying is...
Think of the things you could see. Everyone's had
Flying's
dreams where
nuts.
they're
Flying
where
you
they're
can do over water.
That's a really good point.
If you're ooh,
Here's the thing: there's technology to get you on.
Right.
You can scuba dive. It's
yeah, you can scuba dive.
I think about like I
I haven't scuba dived though.
me
I always-
either.
Okay, good.
I would like to.
I felt like you looked like someone who scuba dived, brother Eli.
That's a compliment. I feel like.
Do I look like if I said, "Hey, brother, I've scuba"? I'm a scuba guy.
I believe you
Used to be a guide back in 02. You
I
buy
believe
it?
you've done it. Yeah,
You
I'd
buy
buy
it?
it. I'd buy it.
Appreciate it, brother.
1000%.
Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, no, I had a bad experience with a snorkel when I was like 8.
That'll do it.
Yup. I mean, I'll swim like a fish, but I won't not going sinking and dinking under.
What happened?
I went into this like observatory. You swim across it with a snorkel scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Florida. I think it was like at some. I don't even know what it was, but it was like this thing where you swam across like. What was under you was an aquarium, not the ocean, but like a massive aquarium, and they were having people swim across. Looking back at it, this seemed like not okay. Like I went to the Dallas Aquarium, and it was like I did not see anyone swimming inside of the tank. That was just a guest there, but at this place, that was okay. And I guess that's what they did. And there was fucking sharks inside of this thing, and I could see them. And I was I think 9, and I was supposed to just swim across like this tank. It was some Florida shit, dude, for sure. Florida, they go hard, but they also got some things that are probably not. I mean, I don't want to hate, but anyways, it was a experience where I was scared shitless. And I'll never forget it. And my snorkel, I was like trying to move, and my snorkel got all fucked up, and I was just like, I just want to get out of here. I kept it cool though, because I saw the shark.
I've never encountered a shark in the water, and that would do it for me too.
Yeah.
I would not. You're in their territory.
Yeah, and sure, these animals were like controlled to a sense. Like we were swimming way above them, but it was so weird looking back on it. Who the fuck is gonna let people who you don't? I don't know. It's Florida operation.
We've all seen the movies. Have
You're
you
right.
ever, swam with stingrays?
No, I've pet them, but I haven't swam with them. I know Steve Irwin. He died that way.
He did.
R.I.P. Good man.
Rest in peace, man. What a
Old Stevie Irwin. Gonna get this fucking croc.
what a fucking guy, dude.
Dude, he's having a good day. I'm just gonna see what he's up to, and I'm gonna fucking get him and fucking take him down.
Until it went south.
Yeah,
his
he got a
son's
lot.
Carrying the legacy, though.
His son, yeah, huge.
I think about like the Steve Irwins as he was big at his time. Can you imagine what like him or like David Blaine or whatever those guys would do in the social media age? Just
Insane.
he would have
David Blaine, dude, is insane.
great guy as well.
He It's funny you mentioned him. He talked about it like on Rogan's podcast.
Did he really?
About how he like doesn't do any, he didn't understand it. And then he got hired. I think I'm thinking of the same guy.
One of the magicians.
Yeah. One of the top magicians. I think it's David Blaine. Yeah. David Blaine got hired by Netflix, and I think it was YouTube as well, which is like rare, to do this like stunt. And so now he loves social media. And we're in the stunt, which is the important part, is he flew up into the stratosphere holding balloons. And it is honestly insane. There's a whole special about it. He does it, and he doesn't die. It's honestly insane. He does like this training for 8 months. He's nuts, dude. He holds on to and the balloons are like special made to go like fucking into space. Yeah, and then he just lets go at one point and comes down.
What a feat.
Dude, what I mean, love to see it, but yeah.
I mean,
and he has kids and stuff too.
Can you imagine?
Dude, if I'm your kid, I'm like, what? Wow.
Can you imagine?
But he did it for his kids, which was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he made a great living for himself, but
yeah.
Can you imagine those hey, I'm
doing
going to do this.
Right. Insane, dude.
Most, and this is no shade, it's understandable. Most wives won't let their husband go golf on a Sunday.
Go golf. Yeah. 2 days. Oh, something bad's going to happen. You can't go.
And he's flying up into the stratosphere on fucking balloons. Would you do it?
He's probably got a chill wife. Which, hey, there's a lot of great ladies out there who support and love the golf game.
We need
is good.
We need the
that's a type of,
we need the check.
Oh, definitely.
Most times.
1,000%. 1,000%. That's one of the valuable parts of it. But if we're golfing, we're golfing.
Just a little,
it's good to golf.
Just smacking
it's good
it around.
You're in nature too, which is great. What a fascinating question, brother. Okay, brother, we have last one, best one.
Let's do it.
Brother, would you rather be locked in an amusement park for the rest of your life or locked in a library that's massive for the rest of your life? What would you choose?
Well, I would much rather do the library if I could get out to do something with the wealth of knowledge that I would accumulate while there. But if it's for the rest of my life, give me the amusement park.
True. Damn. You'd ride Superman or Batman so many times.
Hey, I love.
I feel like it's gotta be. I feel like it's gotta be Six Flags. If you're asking this,
can you
us?
Can you like have your boys there every once in a while come visit you?
Yeah, anything outside the question is supposed to be up for interpretation, but I think at Hundo P, the boys have got to come to the amusement park. They know you trapped there.
This is very true. Then
hey, we got to go see Eli, boys.
1,000%.
Yeah, he will get us in free. We go through the back gate. He's got a hole cut out where we'll just fucking walk through. Right behind the cotton candy stand.
Man, dude, I'm picturing...
That'd be pretty fun.
I'm picturing it where it's still fully staffed.
Yes.
For just you.
Me too.
I would eat all of the funnel cakes.
Right.
I would eat...
funnel cake. Oh, brother.
All of the... And Six Flags serves alcohol now. Not that, whatever. But, get the occasional...
Brewski.
Fix. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just...
the pink push pop thing, dude. Those are good. People hate on them, but they're good.
Some Dippin' Dots.
Oh, shit, dude. That's some crazy, deliciously amazing. How do you make this type of food?
It really is, it's a wonder.
Those dots are so perfectly dots.
How do they do it?
It's just like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, brother.
It's kind of like they just fall from the sky like that.
Yeah, like snow.
They just collect them. I love a good amusement park, man. And, it's just like anything. They just keep getting better and better with time.
They do.
And some of the, you throw me up on...
It's amazing engineering in a lot of them.
You throw me up on Mr. Freeze.
Oh, I've never done Mr. Freeze. Been too scared.
Run it back. I was too for a long time.
You overcame it?
I overcame it. I overcame it because my sister is 2 years younger than me. Was always tougher than me with roller coasters as a kid, and it's like
you got to do it if she's doing it.
You got to do it. And my mom's also a soldier when it comes to roller coasters. She would represent the United States.
You must ride this roller coaster. It is fun.
If there was a
hell yeah
roller coaster,
my mom won't touch a roller coaster or go to an amusement park. Honestly, really, I love you, Mom. You know you won't go on any roller coasters.
My mom, that's what she still wants to do, like every year for
Dude, that's
holiday
awesome.
in the park, her birthday, and I've had this like roller coaster renaissance as an adult. It's
fascinating,
man. It just brings.
What's been one of your recent just? Hey, this one got my juices just going.
So about a year ago, it was holiday in the park.
Ooh.
Last Christmas, not the most recent.
Yeah, and the rides are getting very advanced.
There was a chill to the air. It was almost like the night was created to ride roller coasters.
Tonight,
just a nice, crisp chill in the air that just made you a little bit more aware as you got to the top of the roller coaster because it was just a little more crisp.
Ooh, I feel it. Leaves,
lights flashing.
Just
you can hear Santa Claus somewhere back there.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Exactly.
Here comes Santa Claus.
And then you just, all this anticipation, 15 years of not being on a roller coaster.
It's a long time, brother.
And then, when you get over that hump on top of the Titan.
Oh, you went straight to Titan. Titan's the most aggressive, tallest, biggest, baddest, craziest, most blood-rushing, gravity. Intensive.
It's getting me fired up just talking about it.
Dude, I've never rode it. I'll be honest. I'm confessing that right now.
You really need to. Was
this your first time? This last time?
Well, it was my first time in probably 15 years.
Oh, okay. Well, that's respect. So you did it as a kid.
Maybe not 15 years. That's probably a stretch, but maybe 10.
Still badass, brother. Damn.
Great
well, maybe
place.
We might just have to go ride the Titan.
Ferda.
Brother, it's been a distinguished honor and pleasure to have you in the good old studio this evening. Just got new Wi-Fi today. Love to see it. We started this podcast talking about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and how sometimes we just don't see them flying through the sky, but they're there. One thing that is also there, brother, is the good vibes and the good times and the good stories. And best is yet to come, brother Eli. Believe it or not. I know Pete. Brother, any final message to the fine folks out there? Any shout outs? Anything you got?
I love you all.
Yeah. Love. Mm-hmm. Brother, it's been a hoot and a half.
Amen.
We'll make it a tradition, and we will see your beautiful faces soon. Take it easy.